Technique number 9 in the Orange Belt Kenpo Karate for Christ curriculum is evading the storm. So again, number 9, we're back to our weapon family of attack. And just like with checking the storm, which was number 9 in Yellow Belt, again the attack's going to be they've got a club and they're coming straight down. It's this overhead, downward vertical, coming straight down on your head. And of course with checking the storm, best block, don't be there, you moved out of the way, kind of evaded to the side. This time, with evading the storm, we're going to move forward into the diagonal. We're going to step towards that 1030 with the left foot here, advancing in. Probably not a good idea to step closer to somebody who's coming in with a weapon, but it's also not a good idea, talked about last time, kind of putting your arms up in the way of getting hit by that weapon. So what we want to do by moving forward is to get out of the range of the tip of the weapon. Right? The tip of the weapon is where it's moving the fastest. At the hand, where they're holding it here, as they swing down, is not generating as much speed as the tip of the stick is. The tip of the stick is moving faster than it is at the hand. That's just the centrifugal force there. If this is the point of origin, as something's coming down, as it's arcing, then the tip is moving a lot faster. So the worst place for me to be is right on the edge of that arc there. That's where it's the fastest. But if I can move in closer here, one, I'm moving in where it's not moving as fast. But two, now I might have access, hopefully, to the arms that are holding the weapon. And that's what I want. I want to be able to get to his arms, of course, to be able to control the hand that's behind that club attack. So as they're coming down, again, I'm stepping forward with the left. Again, the left hand is going to move as the left foot steps. Just like in checking storm. Right hand, right foot moves. Left hand, left foot moves. Again, left foot steps, left hand comes up first. This is just in case. This is the minor. Hopefully you don't get hit in the hand, but it's better to get hit in the hand than to get hit in the head if you're moving too slow. But this should just be just to cover your head while the other arm comes up within high block. All right, we're going to raise up with the right arm. We're doing a cross high block because your left foot's still forward in this case. And from this position here, again, I do not want to be high blocking a stick. That's a terrible idea. I'm not putting my arm in the path of a weapon. I'm putting my arm in the path of his arm. I want to intercept here at his arm, not at the stick. So that's why when we step forward, we need to be deep enough that we can make contact with the arm rather than the weapon itself. And then as soon as we do, here, I'm not going to just stop with this high block or knock his arm away. As soon as I make contact, I'm going to wrap it. So this comes up, turns into this kind of overhooking wrap to his arm that way. So I've trapped the arm that has the stick. High block, boom, immediately wrap it. And then from here to disarm him, here I've done what we call a snaking type of move here, but to make it a disarm, I'm going to pop my arm out with like an extended outward block, grabbing hold of the wrist. And what that'll do is it'll do a full disarm underneath yours. It'll twist the stick from under your arm as it wraps, and their wrist is here. I'm kind of wrapping the stick. I'm not wrapping their arm. High block to the arm, but when I wrap over the very end of the stick, right past where they're holding it, and I come up grabbing at the wrist. That snaking action will disarm them from being able to hold the club. So I hook over, boom, disarm the club. Now from here, we're going to have, while I've got hold of his wrist, I'm going to come off with the back foot doing a roundhouse kick, full roundhouse kick right to the abdomen. And I'm going to plant forward with that, if I can, putting my foot right between the attacker's feet. So again, attack comes down, minor, then the major. This is what I want to actually make contact with. His arm, wrap over, just over the club part, just past where his hand's holding. Then I pop it out and grab. That's the disarm, snaking disarm. And then holding from here, I'm going to roundhouse kick to the stomach. And when I plant down, that foot plants forward, I'm going to pull the arm that I've grabbed and cross punch. And that goes to the kidney. It'll go to the back right kidney. So if you caught this arm and you roundhouse kick, you're going to pull that arm away while you punch into this kidney and lock it out, holding them so that you can see their back this way. You're forcing them to turn so that they're exposing their back to you. So again, comes up, the high block turns into the snaking disarm. I do a right roundhouse kick to the abdomen, followed by a pull with a cross punch to that back kidney. Pulling his arm here, and I leave it locked out. So I'm not going to hit and pull back. Freeze that out. And that keeps them turned that way so they can't turn back into you. And while I hold this here so that he can't turn towards me, I'm going to thrust with my left knee. Boom. And this time the target, instead of being the side of the legs like we've used before, hit here and here, since we've turned the back, we want to hit into the hamstring. Back side of the leg there, just slightly above the knee. Anywhere in there, just frog the leg with a big left knee strike, driving right into that point. Then after you hit with that left foot, plant to the left, towards what would be our 9 o'clock hits. Plants at 9 o'clock, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to drop down, bending both knees again, coming up onto the toes, so that I can drop my right knee down on his ankle. After you've turned them with this punch, you hit the back of their leg, which bends their leg even more. This foot, which is point up, you're going to crush by dropping your knee down on top of it. That's the whole thing for evading the storm. And club strike comes, this is minor, this is where I want to actually make contact with the arm. Wrap over, sneaking disarm, stick should drop right there at your side. I'm going to roundhouse kick to the stomach, cross punch to the kidneys. Left cross punch, that right back kidney, and then I'm going to knee to the hamstring, plant down, turn, drop the knee down on the back of their ankle. Other hands are set to keep you protected if they're able to turn and attack. I don't want them able to find an open hole to attack from, so I stay covered this way. That's the whole thing. One more time, evading the storm. Comes up, wraps, disarm, roundhouse, cross punch, knee, dropping.